Of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. All praise is due to Allah the Almighty, the Lord of the worlds, and may Allah's peace, mercy and blessings be upon His final and last messenger, Muhammad.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya ayyuhalladhina آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
In the name of Allah, the Merciful, the Compassionate. O you who believe, fasting is ordained for you as it was ordained for those before you, that you may be pious.
My dear viewers, there's a very important thing and phenomenon that we need to think about and really analyze and see the reason behind it. Some people seem to be struggling and they don't have what it takes to set their lives on the right course, and they seem to be always struggling with a nagging consciousness that always seem to be holding them accountable and pricking and always telling them what they did was the right thing to do, or what they haven't done was also the wrong thing to do. Yet, on the other hand, there are those who seem to be enjoying a state of self-esteem and peace of mind because they have the willpower to do the right thing, and the thing that they know is the right thing to go for and to implement, and they can avoid and stay away from the wrong things that they know that they should stay away from. The question now is, why is it there are those people who have the willpower to achieve the right course of action in their lives? The question is, why is it? And what is the secret behind this? And the answer is because the training ability of their willpower, because of the training ability of or capability of one's willpower. Yes, we can train and we can enhance our willpower. Let's suppose, for example, that you make the decision of not having supper for the period of 30 days. Of course, you are going, when you do this and when you go on with this decision, you will be able to save a few pounds, which you used to spend on getting your supper, and also you will be able to drop and lose a few pounds, and for sure you will end up developing sympathy for the poor and the needy. But most importantly, you will train your willpower, as you may hear your stomach growling and also still you didn't listen to it. And this is the point where you give the upper hand to your intellect and to your mind over your carnal needs and physical desires. So you know that you can have your supper, but still you don't, because you have made the decision of not having it for the period of 30 days. Yes, not to respond or not to answer your physical needs, and also this develops your ability of not following and not to follow your physical needs and your physical desires, and which in many cases they could be wrong things, and still you give the upper hand and you give the priority to your intellect and to your mind and to reach spiritual purification. It is also for this Muslims, for the period of an entire month, able Muslims stay away and abstain from food and drink, and not only food and drink, but also from any physical contact for the period of 30 days. And it is because of these 30 days that Muslims train their willpower and they develop a willpower that enables them for the rest of the year to be able to be in control of their desires and of their whims and their carnal urges, because over this period they learned how to control them, and thus for the rest of the year they are in a better position to control themselves and stay away from any inappropriate or wrong doings. As Muslims during the month of Ramadan, they have an early fast, an early breakfast before dawn, and they have a late dinner after sunset, and in between they abstain from eating and drinking. And not only this, during this amount of time from dawn to sunset, Muslims also train themselves to stay away from any appropriate sayings and deeds, and this includes backbiting, saying inappropriate things or using foul language, like cheating, like uttering any inappropriate words. You can clearly see that Muslims develop their willpower through the fasting. So out of the numerous benefits of observing the fasting of the month of Ramadan is training one's willpower and develop a willpower that manages the person and the individual to become a better human being, to become a human being who's not merely in pursuit of following his physical and carnal desires, but a human being who gives precedence to his mind and to his or her mind and to his or her intellect. And for this also they are more in a position to attain self-purification. And it is for this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the noble Quran, يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
In the name of Allah, the Merciful, the Compassionate. O you who believe, fasting is ordained for you as it was ordained for those before you, that you may be pious.
So it is for this notion of piety, this notion of safeguarding ourselves from anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered us to stay away from. This was just some reflections on the importance and the significance of fasting. That's it for today's episode. I leave you in the care of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wishing you all the best and your families. I highly encourage you to get engaged with us on the official Facebook page and the rest of the social media. Till the next episode, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.